Since opening their doors back in 2006, Lotus House in Miami's Overtown neighborhood has sheltered thousands of homeless women and children. This year, they expanded to their new home, Lotus Village, providing even more women and children with the services that they need to get their lives back on track. And this holiday season, they need your help to make Christmas brighter for these moms and their children. Here to share more is Anna Frashanti, director of Lotus House. Anna, great to have you with us.
Thank you so much for having me.
So folks may have heard of Lotus House but don't know exactly what services it provides, so tell us a little bit about it.
Sure. Lotus House provides shelter and wraparound intensive support services to approximately 400 women and children nightly. Things such as, in addition to 3 meals a day, clothing, access to medications and health care, we provide counseling both for women and children, employment training, education, and other supports people need.
So tell me a little bit about these women. Some are homeless, some have been battered women, right? A lot of them have pretty intense stories, don't they?
Absolutely. So Lotus House is a homeless shelter, so everyone at Lotus House is experiencing homelessness. We know that violence is a leading cause of homelessness for women. So really the common thread among the women and children we serve is a history of trauma. And that is why we focus a lot on healing and rebuilding while families are with us.
And we're looking at some really great pictures. So there was Lotus House and now we have Lotus Village. So tell us a little bit about what it looks like and what Lotus Village looks like.
So Lotus House started in very modest facilities that were renovated, and in Lotus Village we were able to build our dream home, so to speak. It's innovative. It's a shelter designed with children in mind first. So we do shelter 200 children nightly. Wow. And Lotus Village features an on-site child care center operated by the United Way. It features child-friendly spaces. So just as we have seating for adults, we have little seating for children. We have an educational center. And it's really designed for what we do.
And when we talk kids, we talk babies all the way up to 18-year-old kids, right?
Yes, our children are 0 to 18.
17, yeah.
Yes.
So Christmas time is upon us, the holiday time. So tell us what the needs are in particular. I know one of them might be toys for the kids, right?
Of course,
yeah.
Absolutely. So we really want to make the holidays special every year, and we're thrilled to celebrate Christmas in Lotus Village this year. We do need toys for children of all ages and things that teenagers might like as well. And then we need many other things, both at Christmas time and year-round. So things like diapers. We serve, most of our children are between 0 and 5. So the number of diapers we use is extraordinary. I will say that. So that's always helpful. Things like baby supplies, bottles, baby clothing, wipes, strollers, car seats, all of that is extremely helpful.
Is that one of your most urgent needs? Would you say things really for the babies? And kids,
yes,
little kids?
Yes, and including school uniforms, things like that, absolutely.
So how long do these women usually stay?
The average stay is 6 months.
Okay.
But I will say that really varies person to person and family to family. We're focused on the solution. What does this person need in order to rebuild and be able to move from Lotus House to their own home?
Yeah. So do they work with a caseworker there? Does every individual get somebody who kind of works with them on their own personal level of what their needs are?
Yes, exactly. So when someone moves in, they develop what's called an action plan of the things that they want to work on in order to be able to move into their own home. And then they work with a staff member called a resource coordinator. And they really do coordinate resources along with every guest. Everyone who lives at Lotus House is a guest. And putting in place everything from, IDs and social security cards to obtaining health care, which is of course essential, and dental care, to rebuilding, job training, and then on to looking for a home.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about what some of the women who have maybe, let's say, graduated from Lotus House have gone on to do. I mean, I would imagine too that the goal is to make sure that they don't end up homeless again. It's really to get them on a path toward success.
Absolutely,
right?
Absolutely. So, healing, education, and empowerment are the keys to being able to move out and break the cycle of homelessness. So women have moved on from Lotus House to do all kinds of amazing things. We have a lot of young women who are, still teenagers who have gone on to college, the military service, to all kinds of vocational training. Many women who are re-entering the work world. I'll tell you one thing we are most proud of is that more than a third of our staff are alumni of the shelter.
Wow.
They're really mentors to all of the women and children coming through our doors.
Give back, yeah. So getting back to the giving piece, so if people watching this, they want to donate, they'd like to bring toys, and there also is a need for the women who are there. They need soaps and lotions and shampoos and clothing. Do you take clothing too?
Absolutely, we take clothing, particularly professional clothing, so important as people are re-entering the work world.
Sure.
And yes, personal care supplies, toothbrushes, toothpaste, there's very little we can't use.
And we bring it to Lotus House.
The best place to bring it is to our donation center. It's called Lotus House Thrift.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know if you need the address, but
well, we'll put that on our Facebook page. But that's probably the better thing than people just showing up and knocking on the front door.
Yes,
right?
because we don't have a ton of space, so that's very helpful. And I do want to mention that we have volunteers year-round, thousands of volunteers who make what we do possible.
So that's a good point too. If people are looking at giving back in some way, don't forget about Lotus House, right?
Absolutely, giving back with time. Of course, we always need donations, so there's a lot of different ways to give back.
Great. Thank you, Anna. It was great meeting you and having you here on the show with us today and telling us about Lotus House.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it. Yep. And for more on Lotus House and their most urgent needs, visit lotushouse.org. We'll also have this information for you on our Facebook page at Your South FL.